SAA pilots have declared plans to embark on a strike over wage disputes. The airline revealed that the South African Airways Pilots Association initially tabled a 30% wage increase demand when negotiations started back in May. However, the association has since revised this to 15.7%. SAA, the employer, tabling an 8.4% offer, which they say is in line with what was granted to the rest of the staff at the airline back in June. SABC News economics reporter Katlego Legodi watching developments, and he joins us now live. And in fact, some of the union members there, Katlego, have already spoken out about why it is they've decided to take this drastic step, especially around this time of the year, which we know is very busy for the airline.
Most definitely. A very good morning to you, Ayanda, and to our viewers at home. Well, SAA pilots are on strike as we speak right now. Here we're talking about over 140 of those pilots that have since downed tools. Today marking day one of their indefinite strike action. And already we're hearing that there are disruptions, Ayanda, in terms of what we can expect. SAA really, when you look at it, operating on a skeletal as we speak right now, and this coming through at a time when you know very well that it's a peak demand, whereby the festive season is around the corner. The schools are closing, so you can expect that there will be movements as well in and outside of the country or the province of Gauteng and the likes. But you hear SAA pilots saying here that this is their last resort, because really when you look at it, they've been trying to negotiate with the employer that has not been coming to the party. I'm going to bring into the conversation with us now Sibusiso, who'll just give us a sense of what you guys are calling for. We know very well that at least you should have been on duty right now, but you've since down tools, and the employer, it doesn't look like he's coming to the party in terms of even reaching out to you. We're approaching midday, and it doesn't look like there's been any word from SAA as we speak right now. Welcome to the SABC. Give us a sense of how we find ourselves here.
Okay, thank you, Katlego, and thank you to your viewers for giving us this opportunity. So at this stage, we are today is the day one of our indefinite strike as the pilots associations. It's actually two pilots associations that have combined and in a unified stance have taken a stance to actually embark in this. It's unfortunate that we had to go into industrial action at this point, and it's not something that we wanted, but we've had 8 months of engagements with the company, and within that 8 months we only had 4.5 days, full days of actual engagements and negotiations when we tabled our demands being at this point not met by the company. So we unfortunately had to get through this point after going through the CCMA, receiving our strike, our certificate of non-resolution that allowed us to embark on this industrial action.
And just before we let you go, we've pressed for time. We saw them declare that at least they are it's just optimum in terms of how their operations are when they declared their finances. And as well, we know very well that they have been new airlines that are opened to Mumbai and the likes. So maybe give us a sense of what are they saying? Are they saying there's no money? What are they saying to you?
So to us, they're saying that operationally the airline is actually sustainable and it can produce and go to furthermore destinations. At this point, we're opening Dar es Salaam next year in January. Lubumbashi has just been re-established again as a route, and there's more potential routes that will be open, be it domestically, regional, or internationally. So us as an employment group, we want to be part of that airline that will succeed, and our increase that we demanded is conditional to us to the company giving us better working conditions and conditions of employment. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a monetary value, and it's not the 15.7% or the 30% that's been alluded to publicly. The 30% was initially a discussion on us coming back to the salary cuts to get back from the salary cuts that we took pre-COVID. So the 30% was to get us back into that. But we're cognizant that the airline doesn't have money to get us back to that point. The 15.7 is in condition of improvement of working conditions and conditions of employment. It's not a monetary value. So the company has made a profit in the past couple of months. It's not like we want a piece of that pie. We just want to have better working conditions. As you can see behind me, my colleagues have banners and stickers that indicate dead tired. Some of them are saying, overworked and underappreciated. Those are the kind of issues that we're trying to get into with the airline. So we hope that they actually reach out and come to the negotiating table in order for us to seize or suspend this strike at this point.
Sibusiso Nxumalo, thank you very much, sir, for your time, just giving us a sense of what brings us here. And these are pilots really that should be on duty, but they're demonstrating right now. We will be speaking to SAA later on in the afternoon to get a sense of really how operations have been affected by the strike action and whether they are willing to come to the party to negotiate with the workers here. It's back to you in studio for now, Ayanda.
Katlego Legodi is live to us there from our Tambo International Airport. Thanks very much indeed.